Okay, so fast forward a year, and it is now October of 2002. I'm moving into a new apartment, a bigger apartment. So at this point, I had called movers in, and I was taking the things I really wanted back to New York. And I still, believe it or not, did not find the Christmas stocking. We went through all of the decorations because I was choosing. I was, what I was keeping, the family decorations that I'd had, God, since I was born, since I remembered. But my Christmas stocking, which was there the year, before my mother died, she had that Christmas stocking under the tree. But for whatever reason, I could not find this stocking. So that was the end of that. But anyway, there is a funny story about the green dishes. My grandmother had a set of these great mint green dishes, and it was a lot. It was a service for 12 and had everything you can think of. But they never used them. They were always in this cabinet, and I remember saying, at holidays sometimes I would say, Mom, can't we use the green dishes? No, no. Why? Because by the time I take them down, I wash them, whatever. We never use them. Fast forward to the 90s. I said, Mom, can I have the green dishes? No. Why? You don't use them. No, the dishes are staying there until I die. I'm like, even my father, my Uncle Frankie were like, Tress, give her the green dishes. No, I wasn't getting the green dishes until she died. So, of course, green dishes. I now have the green dishes to this day. And that was a cute story. Anyway, it was nearing Christmas, and I said to my brother, after the holidays, you can put the house on sale. You can put it on the market. It was time. It's just something I had my time. I had over a year with the house. I had gone through everything just about. I knew what I wanted to keep, even though I wanted to keep everything. I have to be realistic. So I knew that the time was coming to an end, and it was okay. It was all right. I could feel it. So I figured, okay, by the time he puts it on the market and it sells, and we actually have to hand over the keys probably at least June, so 6 months. Well, surprise, by late January, it wasn't on the house. I mean, it wasn't on the market, I don't think, for 3 weeks. It sold. So it sold. My brother called me, Deb, house sold. I'm like, oh my God. So we had to fast forward and just, make sure that we went through, make sure every little piece and every little thing had been gone through. And so at that point, I remember I called, my mother had a friend, Joni. Joan and her were friends since childhood. And she had a daughter, Margie, who some of you from Tacony will know. Margie Sepielli is her maiden name. And Margie and I had been friends since childhood. And so I called Margie and I said, Marge, could you, I knew that her and her husband did estate sales and things like that. So I said, could you come and do our estate sale? So they said, we'll come through the house, we'll look at everything, we'll tag it, give the prices and everything. And then we'll put the ads in the newspaper for 2 weekends. And back then, it was still 2003, early 2003, I put it in the newspaper. And that we were going to have an estate sale. It was going to be 2 Saturdays and Sundays back to back. And so that was it. And I remember I said to Margie, do me a favor. I said, when you go through the Christmas things, I said, if you come across a Christmas stocking, red, nothing special, red, little white at top, little jingle bells, in pen, clearly, Debbie. Please put it to the side. It's my stocking. I've been looking for it for a year and a half. And I want it. Okay? Okay, no problem. Okay, Deb, she said, we never found any stocking. I was like, you're kidding. I mean, I was sure that at that point, at least, there was nothing else left. I mean, she'd find it. And she said, no, we never found a stocking. I said, okay, well, I just don't know. For whatever reason, it's not meant for me to have my Christmas stocking. That was that. The estate sale came and went. And then it was our last day. It was Saturday evening, and we couldn't stay in the house anymore. We didn't really have anything, to use, sleep, dishes, nothing. Everything was just about out. And except I had left a few things. And one of the things I left was in my bedroom, what used to be my bedroom growing up. I left my mother had a fairly new, she bought a single mattress for that room. And so it was just on the bed frame, basically. And it was relatively new. The new people had kids. So I said, we'll leave that for them. And that was going to be the little boys' room. So, but it was the last night. We were going to go to my brother's to sleep. And then the next day we were coming over, meeting the couple and handing the keys. And I said to Dell and Carol, my girlfriends, I said, I'm going to go upstairs, make sure all the lights are out and everything before we go. Okay. So I went upstairs and I used the bathroom, and then the only light that was on was the light from the room that used to be mine. And just to explain the room to you, there was the wall with the light switch, and there was really nothing left in the room except for the bed. It was right there. And I remember I reached with this hand, I reached to turn the light off. And as I reached, I looked into the room, and there, lying on the bed, just lying there, was my Christmas stocking. Was my Christmas stocking. I remember the emotion. I remember as I turned out the light, as I went to turn out the light, and I looked, I said, it's my stocking. It's my stocking. It's my Christmas stocking. And I just started crying and screaming. And I remember Carol and Dell came running up the stairs and they're screaming, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I hadn't even touched it yet. And I'm like, it's my stocking, my Christmas stocking. And I remember Carol, they ran into the room and they're like, I'm like, that's it. And I remember Carol was crying and Dell was crying and we were all crying. And I remember Carol saying, it's your mom left it here for you. And I remember Dell, who never really believed in any of this stuff, and she said, oh my God, I don't believe in any of this stuff. If I hadn't looked for this stocking for a year and a half and gone through everything, I mean, we were in and out of this room today. People were in and out. Margie went through everything. There was no stocking. And there it was, just laying perfectly on the bed. So that was it. It was my mom. And she wanted to give me that on my last day in my family home. And it was just the most beautiful gift. And every year I take that stocking out and I treasure it with all my heart. So that was it. That was saying goodbye to my family home. And I hope that you all enjoyed it. Until next time.